Hi, my name is Carrie, and I'm here to do some couch yoga. So, you just need a couch and yourself, maybe some cozy clothes, and we're going to begin by sitting on the edge of our couch with our feet planted into the floor. If that doesn't feel good and you want your feet to be dangling, do that too. Do whatever feels safe for your body. We're going to start by just grounding ourselves into this present moment. You may decide to soften the gaze or close the eyes. You may place the palms together to the left or right sides of the thighs, or perhaps somewhere on top of your legs. Allow your breath to remain how it is, just noticing where it's at. Noticing the points of contact between the couch, the floor, and your body. Perhaps the points of the feet pressing into the ground. Maybe the sit bones, the backs of the legs touching the couch. And you may decide to go a little deeper. Notice the clothing on your skin, the temperature of air, any sounds around you. As you tune in outward, allow yourself to tune inward. See if you can deepen your breath just a little bit. Noticing the coolness of the air as you inhale through the nostrils, and the warmth of the air as you exhale through the nose or the mouth. Noticing if there's any gripping in the toes or the fingers. Allow yourself to relax. Gently lifting through the crown of the head. Taking a few more deep breaths here. One more breath. You may decide to keep the eyes closed, or perhaps you open them, gently fluttering the eyelashes open. On your inhale, raise the arms up. As you exhale, twisting to the left, placing the right hand on the left knee, and placing the left palm somewhere behind you. Lifting through the crown of the head, and twisting, starting from the waist, within that thoracic spine. Allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears and the arms to soften. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, gently bring your gaze towards the back. Inhaling and lifting. And exhaling and twisting. 2 more breaths, just like this. On your next inhale, gently release the arms. Allow the gaze to remain behind. Inhale, bring the head forward. And exhale, remain at center. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, twisting to the right. Placing the left hand somewhere along that right leg, perhaps that right knee. And placing that right arm somewhere behind you. Bending into those elbows, allowing the arms to soften. Lifting through the sit bones, through the spine, all the way through the crown of the head. Exhale, drop the shoulders, gently twist, starting from the waist, twisting at the thoracic spine. Inhaling and lifting. Exhaling and twisting, thinking about opening up through that right chest. Once again, noticing if there's any gripping or tension, perhaps in the fingers or the face. See if you can let it go. Even just 10%. Doesn't have to be all of it. Gently lifting and twisting, allowing your gaze to go to the back. Two more breaths like this. On your next inhale, gently unravel the arms, allow the head to remain still. And exhale, allow the head to follow. Inhale, lifting the arms up, look up. Exhale, imagine you're pulling a rope down, cactusing the arms, lifting the chest. Inhale, open the fingertips, lift up. Exhale, grab that rope and pull it down, bending the elbows, cactusing the arms. 2 more times. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, pull that rope. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, pull, cactusing the arms. Gently release the hands and allow them to float back down to your sides. Allowing yourself to scoot up just a little bit so that your bottom is more towards the edge of the couch, creating kind of this 90-degree angle. Allowing your knees to be directly over your ankles, and gently heel-toeing the feet, spreading them a little bit wider than hip width apart. Noticing if you need to make any adjustments, whether that's rolling from one hip to the other, perhaps rolling the shoulders out, taking anything that you need, before we come into opening the back, as well as coming into our shoulders. Once you've found a nice distance for you, taking the left hand, placing the back of the hand somewhere along the outside of that right thigh. Taking the opposite, our right hand, placing the back of the hand somewhere along the outside of that left thigh. Creating an X with our arms. Gently inhale, feel the back body expand. Exhale, feel the body contract, gently leaning forward, creating more distance between those hands and those knees. Breathing into the back body. And exhaling, seeing if you can open those hands a little bit more. Inhale into the back body. And exhale, drawing those hands away from each other, perhaps pressing into the outsides of the feet. 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, gently allowing the knees to come closer together, unraveling the X, and just opening up, lifting the chest, allowing the head to look up, bringing the back of the head, opening the front of the throat, allowing the shoulders to fall away from the ears. You may decide to walk the hands behind your back, or perhaps you decide to walk them to opposite sides, to the left and the right, seeing what feels good. Gently coming back to center and taking the opposite side. If you had your left hand in front or your right hand in front, we're just going to switch it. So, taking our left hand, once again, on the outside of that right outer thigh, and that right hand on the outside of that left thigh. If you need to knock the knees together, that's totally cool. Find whatever feels comfortable. Creating that X with your arms, and then gently creating space in between the knees. When you're ready, allow the chin to fall to the chest, gently leaning and hinging at the hips. Inhaling through the back body, and exhaling, gently creating space. Inhaling into the back body, and exhaling, gently walking the hands away from each other. 2 more breaths, just like this. Slowly unraveling, allowing the hands to reach either to the left and the right sides, or perhaps reaching backwards, opening and lifting the chest up towards the sky, and then allowing the head to fall back. Breathing into the chest and letting go. Gently coming back through center. Allowing yourself to roll the shoulders out. And then coming onto our backs towards the edge of your couch. I'm going to be starting with my right knee, and you might want to grab a pillow to put on the floor. That way your foot has a nice cushion. So, starting with the feet planted into the couch, allow that right leg to drape into the space that doesn't have the couch. So trying to get towards the edge, that way we're opening and creating a nice stretch for the right hip flexor. Placing that pillow underneath so then the top of your foot has some sort of cushion. Finding where your position is today. And once you've found a good space for that right leg, allow that left knee to either remain still or perhaps to fall open away from the midline. Noticing where you would like your hands to be. Perhaps placing one palm on the heart, one palm on the abdomen. You may decide to lift the palms up, placing them overhead. Or perhaps you have a nice little pillow that you like, and you just decide to place your hands on top of the pillow. Finding what feels good for your body today. Allowing yourself to just melt. Letting gravity do the work. Seeing how that right hip is feeling, as well as how that left hip may be feeling today. Breathing into the body. Perhaps noticing the rise and fall of your chest. Perhaps tuning in to some of the sounds that you hear. I can hear wind chimes, car horns, a neighbor walking. Notice if you can tune into those sounds and allow them to just be noise. Nothing attached to them, just simply passing through. Breathing into the body and letting go. Let's remain for 2 more breaths. If you have your pillow, move it over to the side. Let's begin by gently lifting that left knee up, perhaps supported by your hand. And gently moving that right leg, perhaps placing the sole of the feet onto that pillow on the floor. Placing the hand behind the thigh and gently guiding it back to the couch. Scooting yourself away from the edge and more towards the center of the couch. When you're ready, gently lifting and bringing that right knee towards your chest. Placing that ankle along that left thigh, more towards the knee. You may support the thigh by placing your hand, or perhaps placing the palms somewhere along your body. This may feel just right. Perhaps you explore placing the hands behind the left knee and behind along that left back of the thigh. And gently pulling the legs towards the chest. Noticing any sensations coming up. Perhaps sensations in the backs of the legs, the glutes or the hips. Notice any gripping or tension elsewhere in the body. Perhaps the face, the shoulders, or the chest. Allowing bright energy into the feet and the toes. Perhaps flexing and pointing the toes or rolling the ankles one way. And breathing into this stretch. Notice if there's any shake or a need or a want to move or to get out of the posture. That's okay. Listen to what your body is asking for. And taking 2 more breaths here. Gently allowing that left foot to come back to the couch. And slowly guiding that right foot back down to the couch. Taking a moment, noticing the difference between the left and the right hips, Perhaps there's no difference at all. Gently extending both feet and both legs. Lifting the arms up overhead, coming into a good morning stretch. Slowly rolling onto the right side, bending the knees, and allowing yourself to gently sit up. Swiveling the hips, coming onto the opposite side. This time laying our left side as close to the edge as possible, making an adjustment for your pillow on the ground. Bending both knees, placing the soles of the feet onto the couch. Perhaps placing a palm on the ground to give you a little bit of support. And slowly lowering that left foot down to the earth. And then seeing if placing the top part of that left foot onto the pillow feels okay. Making any adjustments. Seeing what feels just right for that left hip flexor today. You may move the pillow or wiggle, do any housekeeping that's needed. And once you've found your perfect space, check in with the right foot. If it feels settled to be grounded, remain here. Perhaps explore what it feels like to allow that right knee to gently fall open towards the couch. You may place your hands on both hips, perhaps opening up, allowing the palms to face upward. Maybe you lift the arms up overhead, or maybe grab a little pillow or a blanket and hold on to it. Whatever feels good on this side. Allowing yourself to notice and to check in. Feeling the sensations and adjusting to the wisdom of what your body has to say. Breathing into the lungs. Noticing the rise as you inhale. And the fall as you exhale. See if there's any tension that you can breathe out, whether in the hips or the shoulders, the feet, fingers or toes. Allow your tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. and your body to gently open up. Once again, tuning in to what you're feeling. Perhaps feeling the points of contact once again, seeing how they may differ from the beginning. Noticing where your breath is right now. Noticing if your body is making any noises. Or if there are any noises outside of the room. I can hear fireworks. As well as the fridge. Allowing yourself to hear them, and to just do that. Not attach a story or a belief, a perception, but just information coming in and coming out. Staying here for 2 more breaths. When you're ready, allowing that right hand to gently guide that right knee back to center. And perhaps flexing that left foot if the top of the foot was on the pillow. And just placing it onto the earth, the sole of the foot. Gently using that left hand to guide that left foot back up to the couch. And inching yourself towards the middle of the couch, away from the edge. Rooting through the soles of the feet. Gently bending into the left knee, raising it towards the chest. And placing that ankle somewhere along that right top of the thigh, close to the knee perhaps. Taking a moment just to settle into this. Seeing where the hips are today. Perhaps this is just right. And continue to breathe. You may decide to place the hands on the back of the right leg, gently lifting that right foot up and slowly pressing the legs towards the chest. Imagining that you're pressing an imaginary wall away from that right foot, pressing the wall away and gently guiding the legs towards the chest. Maybe rocking from left to right and seeing how that feels. Flexing into the feet, perhaps rolling the ankles one way or rolling the ankles the other way. And breathing into the body. Seeing if there's any gripping in the fingertips or in the face, the jaw, the neck. Seeing if you can soften them just a little bit. Breathing into the chest. Breathing away. Noticing if this side feels any different than the other side. Perhaps there are no differences at all. And taking 2 more breaths here. Gently lowering the feet, the right foot to the couch, and guiding the left foot towards the couch. Placing the hands on top of the thighs and taking a moment. Breathing in to the lungs. And breathing out of the lungs. Softly extending the legs away from the midline. Lifting the hands up and coming into a good morning stretch. Gently bending the left knee. Allowing the hands to come up and over to meet the leg. Taking an inhale, softly guiding the knee toward the chest. And exhale gently, allowing that left knee to fall to the right side, leaning onto that right side. You may take a pillow or a blanket and place it underneath that knee. You may take any adjustments. And when you're ready, finding some kind of stillness. You may play around with putting a pillow underneath the left shoulder, the left knee. You may play around with the arms, opening them into cactus shapes or goalpost arms. Perhaps placing one hand atop the other where your heartbeat rests. Finding what feels good in your body today. You may decide to close the eyes or soften the gaze. And maybe allowing the head to gently lean to the left, allowing the nose to guide you. Settling into this spinal twist. Breathing into the left side body. Allowing the chest to gently open and the backs of the body to melt into the couch. Feeling the surface supporting you. And breathing into yourself. Staying here for about 5 more breaths. Gently extending that left arm and rainbowing that left hand up and over, coming into a fetal position on the right side, bringing the hands together. Noticing any sensations in the back body, the upper back, the shoulder blades, the spine, and breathing into them. Gently rolling onto the back body, taking your time, allowing that left foot to meet the couch, bending into the right foot, placing it onto the couch, and swiveling those hips, coming more to the cushions of the couch, giving yourself some room so we can do a spinal twist on the opposite side. Gently extending the legs, coming into a good morning stretch, lifting the arms up overhead. Bending into that right knee, placing the sole of the foot onto the couch. Inhale, extending the arms. Exhale, lifting them up and over to meet that right leg. Inhale, drawing that right knee in. And exhale, guiding that right knee over the body to the left side of the couch. Once again, maybe placing a pillow underneath that knee or blankets under anything that needs a little more support. Maybe moving that left hip, allowing it to be a little more in line with that right foot. Seeing if you can move some cushions or blankets, whatever needs to be done. Opening through that right side body. Placing the arms wherever feels comfortable. Maybe on opposite sides of the legs. One hand atop of the other on the right side. Perhaps opening up into that cactus. And just like before, exploring where you would like to place your gaze. Maybe keeping the eyes open and seeing what's around you. Perhaps softening or closing the eyes completely. Or maybe allowing the nose to draw a line to the right side. Allowing that right cheek to reach towards the ground, towards the couch. Letting yourself breathe into the side body, feeling the expansion of the ribs and the contraction as you exhale. Noticing the lifting of the waist and the chest as you inhale. And the falling and lowering as you exhale. Feeling into the right side body. Noticing any sensations and any tension. Allowing it to be there, or perhaps allowing it to dissipate and let go. whatever your body is needing today. Taking your time, connecting to your breath. And staying here for about 5 more breaths. On your inhale, gently extending that right arm. And as you exhale, lifting it up and over, rainbowing the hand to meet the left. Coming into a fetal position on the left side. Tuning in to any sensations in the back body. Perhaps the back of the neck, the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the spine, as well as the mid-back. Breathing into the body. And releasing any worries with each exhale. You are here right now, and there's nothing for you to do. Gently placing the right palm into the couch. Inhale, and as you exhale, press the couch away, gently rolling onto the back body. Taking any adjustments you need to make. Extending the legs. Taking a moment, one more good morning stretch. Inhaling, lifting the arms, stretching the toes and the fingertips. And exhaling, let it all go. Perhaps you bend both knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice hug, rocking to the left and the right. Maybe drawing circles with the knees. Perhaps reversing those circles. And when you're ready, coming into our final posture of the day, Shavasana. If you have any blankets or anything soft, now is the time. Making yourself as cozy and as comfortable as possible. Coming into Shavasana, perhaps if you are looking for more grounding and a feeling of connection to the earth, placing the palms into the couch, feeling the sensation in between the fingertips and the couch. If you are looking for more of a receiving energy, allow the backs of the hands to fall onto the couch and the palms to remain open to any wisdom or messages you may hear. Allow your breath to deepen and your body to relax, telling yourself there is nothing to do. All of your hard work is already done. And now you get to sit and feel it. Allow yourself to remain still, taking any micro or macro adjustments you need to. I'll remain silent as we stay here for a few minutes, breathing and integrating the practice. I will guide you out when the time is right. Begin to add movement into the fingertips and the toes. Perhaps rolling the wrists and the ankles. Rocking the head from left to right. Perhaps coming into a good morning stretch. Raising the arms up overhead, reaching away from the midline. Gently bending the knees, coming into a fetal position on the left or right side of your body. Allowing your arm to be a nice pillow. Gently pressing the palm into the couch and lifting your body, coming into that same position we were in at the very beginning. Sitting at the front, placing your hands wherever feels comfortable. Maybe softening the gaze or closing the eyes. And offering yourself some gratitude. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for saying yes to your health and to taking time to take care of yourself. You are worthy. You are lovable. And you deserve everything in this world. Gently take one deep breath in and sigh it out. Softly opening the eyes if they were closed. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join me in this practice. And I'll see you next time.